Okay, so this is a quick introductory video on systems of equations. I'm going to quickly talk about what a system of equations is. I'm going to discuss the goal of a system of equations, so what is the purpose, and then I'm going to give you some examples, and then I'm going to discuss the 4 methods. So we'll start with the definition. So a system of equations, right? When you think about a system, what comes to mind? Well, when I think about a system, I think about a group of things that are working together. So the same thing applies to when you have a system of equations. It is when you have a group of equations, right? And remember, group means 2 or more. So you have 2 or more equations that are working together for a common goal, right? So with a system of equations, you have a group of equations, so 2 or more, and these equations are working together to receive a common goal. So the next thing I want to address is the goal. What is the goal of a system of equations? Well, the goal of a system of equations is to find the variables. So the variables could be x, could be y, could be z, whatever the case may be. But the purpose of a system of equations is to find all of those variables, okay? An example of a system of equations is, let's say, y equals 3x plus 4, and then y equals 4x minus 2, okay? So here we have a system of equations. We have 2 equations, and so the purpose of this is we're trying to figure out what x is and what y is. So what we have to do is we have to kind of manipulate, and by manipulate I mean we have to kind of like play around with these numbers to help us figure out x and y, okay? Once you figure out the variables, you write them as solutions, okay? Solutions are written like this. Your x term comes first, and then your y term comes second. And it looks like what? Like an ordered pair, right? And then, so when it comes to system of equations, when it comes to solving, there are 4 methods, okay? The first method, and there's no particular order. The first method is substitution, okay? The second method on my list is elimination. So the elimination method. This is sometimes called the addition method. Okay, so you may hear someone call it the addition method. The third method is graphing. Okay. And then the fourth method is word problems. All right. So systems of equations can be solved in 4 of these methods, okay? In my next videos, I'm going to go over each method one at a time. But just to kind of recap, we talked about the definition of a system of equations. So a system of equations is when you have a group of equations, so 2 or more, working together for a common goal. The goal is to find your variables. And in this example, our variables are x and y. So our goal is to find x and y. So we also said that when we find x and y, we write them as solutions that look like this. They're like an ordered pair. Your x comes first and your y comes second. The 4 methods for finding the solutions are substitution, elimination, graphing, and word problems, which I will discuss further in my next video. Thanks for watching.